Michael's kitchen. It's Valentine's Day. So I got a quick and simple recipe to do for your significant other. Everything you see here is what we're going to be using to make this fantastic meal. Got Parmesan cheese, fresh grated, about a cup and a half. I've got a pound of center cut bacon that I'll use some of that. I've of course got some shrimp. I've got some sea scallops, not the bay scallops. Garlic bread. I got a total of 4 eggs. I'm going to use, you'll see, I'm going to use 3 whole eggs and 1 yolk of another egg. I've got black pepper, garlic powder, our famous, what we use all the time, adobo, and sea salt. Asparagus, garlic, and linguine that I'm telling you they're going to love. So I got 5 strips of bacon, the center cut, thick cut bacon. I sliced them up, as you can see, and I'm going to put that in my pan, cold pan, and I'm going to set that to medium. And I'll start adding ingredients to this. So I've chopped my asparagus, and asparagus, the root part is very fibrous, and it's just difficult to eat. Tastes fine, it's difficult to eat. So if you snap the asparagus, that portion is the root portion. So you'll slice the rest of the asparagus that length, which is what I have here. I've already done that for all these. And now I'm just going to rough chop these to get them ready to go into the bacon when it's time. So if you couldn't tell, I'm making a carbonara, a seafood carbonara. And in order for the carbonara, I've got my 3 eggs and 1 yolk in there. I'm going to combine those. I'm going to break those, of course, just do a scrambling project, if you will. And again, this is the base for the sauce. And to this, I will add 3/4 of a cup of freshly shredded Parmesan cheese. And I'll stir that all in to incorporate. Yes, it's going to get thick. Yes, it'll be cheesy. This is going to be our sauce, our carbonara sauce. I will put in here, to the chagrin to my beautiful wife, I will put in here a few turns of fresh black pepper. This is our sauce, ready for our pasta when we're ready. So to my slowly rendering bacon, you guys can see it's just slowly bubbling out. I'm trying to get all the fat I can out of the bacon. I'm going to add my chopped asparagus. I'm going to toss that around and coat it with the bacon fat. I'm also going to add, at this point, my crushed 4 cloves of garlic to this bacon and asparagus mixture. Notice I have not put salt in there just yet because the bacon has a lot of salt, as we all know. So I've got my bacon, my asparagus, garlic mixture in here. It's set to as low as it can go. I'm done cooking this. In this other pot, pardon the steam, I'm going to add in my box of linguine pasta to a heavily salted, heavy-handed salted water. Get that going, and I'm going to cook that pasta off. Now I'm going to put all my asparagus and bacon. I'm going to take it out and make a pile in the middle, or place in the middle, if you will, to place my shrimps. Just enough to color them up and grab some of that bacon grease and provide some color on there. Again, we're going to cook the pasta in here and make the carbonara sauce. So I'm just trying to start the cooking process and finish it in the rest of the sauce. So they've been on there for about, I would say a minute. And I'm just flipping them to get the pink or cook on the other side. Again, I'm going to finish cooking them in the sauce, but I want to give them a little bit of color on here before I put everything else in here.
That looks delicious.
Then I'm going to turn off this pan. I don't need any more heat other than residual heat in here. So now we're going to combine everything we've made and make our carbonara. I'm going to give this a good toss and toss the shrimp, bacon, asparagus. And again, I haven't put salt in here because I remember I've got the Parmesan cheese sauce in it for here, so I'm hoping that's enough salt. I'm going to add in drained pasta. And again, I'm going to add it all in. And then I'm going to give it a good toss once I put it all in here. And again, I notice I'm leaving the water in there on purpose because the water is going to make my sauce. So now I've got my pasta in there. I'm going to pour in my cheese, my Parmesan cheese and eggs sauce in here. And remember, this is hot. So I'm going to be sure to stir this vigorously so it doesn't curdle the eggs. And there's your carbonara sauce. Now obviously if I wanted it to be more wet, in other words, a more saucy sauce, I would add in more of the pasta water. If I want it to be firm up, I would add in more Parmesan cheese. At this point, this is ready to be served, except I will taste for seasoning. I'll check for salt and see if everything's good there. Now I'm gonna sear off my scallops as everything else is ready. We're just waiting for the pasta to cook. Every time we go out to eat, the missus gets seared scallops. Just the rules. So I'm gonna make her some homemade seared scallops. So first things first, I got 2 tablespoons of butter. The butter is for the flavor, and I'm gonna do 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and I'm gonna get that going. The pan has to be extremely hot, and our scallops have to be room temperature. I've got my sea scallops seasoned with a little bit of sea salt, black pepper, and garlic powder on both sides. They've been cooled to room temperature. I'm gonna put it in the pan. And if you don't hear that, take it out. I'm gonna sear them up for a minute per side. So, minute has passed, now I'm gonna flip them. Look at that color. That's the color you're after on these scallops. And then you let this go for 45 seconds aside. The time is up. I'm gonna go ahead and take them out and reserve them on our plate here for when I'm gonna serve them on my wife's plate, because she gets the scallops. I don't. I realize it's a little bit too dry to my taste, so I'm gonna take some of the starchy pasta water and I'm gonna put that onto this, which is why I didn't drain it, because I want to make my sauce a little bit saucier. And then to this, see how that water is filling up the bottom of the pan and making my sauce? Then to this, I'm going to add in a little bit Parmesan and toss that around. And now we're good to go.
That looks good. I'm hungry already. I wasn't, but now I'm hungry.
Now you're hungry? Okay.
Thank you, baby. So now I'm probando, because everybody sees what we're cooking, but you guys don't know how it tastes. And let me tell you, it is good. Mi esposo se puede casar. Oh, perdón, he's married.
Enjoy your Valentine's Day. Don't forget to like the video if you like the video. Comment down below and subscribe. We'd love to hear from you. And like we always say, buen tiempo.